Hey there and welcome. Welcome to this video series on Tai Chi. So beyond the basic structure of learning the postures and the alignment and getting past the initial phase, which is the strengthening part of the Tai Chi, we are going to get a lot deeper into the flow aspect and more into the mind leading the movement aspect of the Tai Chi, which is a lot more to do with moving waves through your body and understanding how it is when your body becomes a connected system. You make use of what we call the meridians and the collaterals in the body, which are basically when your body becomes loose and relaxed and you understand your postural alignment and you start to deepen your awareness, your body will naturally have some certain geometric structure which we can actually move waves through our body to move us around without using muscular contraction as the prime motive force, but actually using our mind intent as the prime motive force. I'll give you an analogy as to what it kind of feels like, and as always, when we give analogies, we have to be very understanding that analogies will always break down, because any analogy that I can give you, or that anyone can give you, is going to be limited to physics, limited to. I'll give you an example. If you see like a tornado or any other vortex in nature, whether it's a whirlwind or a whirlpool, those always require external energy, whether it's the gravity pulling the whirlpool down or whether it's the changes in the air pressure and the temperature differences creating low pressure and high pressure zones and creating that vortex. Those are all external power sources. The best analogy I can give you regarding the Tai Chi and how we actually generate these the movements in the body without using strength, using mind and not force, so to speak, which is a very characteristic maxim of the Tai Chi. One of the most common mantras in Tai Chi you'll hear: use mind and not strength. How it is we can do that? The thing the best analog that you can actually look at to understand that is a magnet. If you look at a magnetic field, as I said a moment ago, the tornadoes, the vortexes up there, and the whirlpools, because they require energy to sustain their momentum, to sustain that vortex, they will always burn out. However, if you look at a magnetic field, you look at the not the old school, with the iron filings, and you can only see the lines of force. But if you look at the newer stuff, like there is actually something called a ferrocell now, invented by Tim Vanderelli, and that actually shows you the three-dimensional shape with a few millimeters of depth. You can actually see the shape of the magnetic field, and you can see there's a vortex coming in from the top and spiraling in, and there's another vortex coming in from the bottom, and they're both spiraling in to a point, and then it has another donut shape around that, and those are both two conjugate geometric systems which sustain kind of a power source, or at least we can call it a field, indefinitely. So it's not like something else in nature, some other vortex in nature, which will run out of energy because it requires physical matter and mass to sustain it, whereas a magnet has something different, which actually crosses over from physics to metaphysics. It crosses over from space to a trans-Euclidean, non-Cartesian space. There is a transition there. And that is one of the reasons why this field here can actually keep sustaining ourselves. And those are the same fields that we are using in the Tai Chi. So that's the same principle that we're using in the Tai Chi. So we're going to start off with a move, which is actually a very common move, not just in Tai Chi, but in other internal martial arts schools. There's a lot of Wing Chun schools that practice this very basic Neigong exercise. It's a Qigong exercise, which will get you through the door of Neigong and help you to start really relaxing, deeper relaxation and letting go, and as well as strengthening the tendons. So it looks like this. It's just going up and down, suspended along a post. So from the front you can see I'm not coming from side to side, and also if you can see it from the side, I'm not wobbling forward and back so much. So it's as if you're suspended on a perfectly vertical shaft and you're going up and down. You see? So I'm using my mind intent. My mind intent is starting up here, and it's coming down, it's flowing down, and the wave is coming through the body. This is the ripple of the wave, which is here. So you know how a wave has the trough, and then it comes up to the peak, and then it goes down to the trough again. So the peak is where I'm showing you here. Here is the peak of the wave. It's going down, hips, knees, ankle, toes, and then it releases down into the ground, and then that wave flows up, and you use your mind intent to guide that wave. And if you do this, initially you will start to feel that you have to use less muscular effort to create that wave and let it go down into the ground, and it comes up, and you are rising back up again without using muscular contraction as your prime mover initially. Eventually, when you develop this deep enough, you will be using 95 to 100% mind intent, using no force, using no muscular contraction.